Hello, this is Mr. Chabry92 bringing you another narrated Pokemon battle. So this is another battle spot battle. 3 Pokemon chosen on each side. So I lead off with my Venusaur as my opponent leads off with his Charizard. And I do not like this matchup, so I'm going to switch my Venusaur out for my Typhlosion. And he's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve his Charizard into Charizard Y. So this is going to set up the Sun with Mega Charizard's ability, and that's going to help out Typhlosion. And also, this Heat Wave is going to activate Typhlosion's Flash Fire. So now Typhlosion is going for the Eruption! And with the Flash Fire and the Sun, that's going to do a lot of damage to this Mega Charizard. He's just going to go for a Dragon Claw, which isn't really the best dragon move you could put on a Mega Charizard Y, but that's what his Mega Charizard Y has. So now he's going to switch into his Greninja to take this Eruption, and this Greninja is going to take a lot of damage from that. So now I'm going to switch my Typhlosion, because I do not want to take a water move, and I'm going to send in my Venusaur. So now he's going to go for Surf, where that's going to do barely anything to my Venusaur, especially in the sun. So now he's going to switch out his Greninja to save it, and he's going to send in his Abomasnow so he can get rid of the sun and set up the Hell. So now it's hailing, and my Venusaur is ready to Mega Evolve. So now it is time for my Mega to sweep the floor with this Abomasnow. And instead of going for a grass type move, I just go for the Sludge Bomb, since I thought that would probably be the safest thing to go for. And it takes out the Abomasnow, so that's really good. So now he's going to send in his Charizard, which is going to set up the Sun again. And now I'm just going to switch out my Venusaur, expecting the Fire type move, and send my Typhlosion back in. So now he just goes for a Heat Wave, which reactivates my Flash Fire. So now Typhlosion is going to just finish up this match with his Eruption. So that's going to take out the Charizard, and that's pretty easily going to take out the Greninja too, because I've got a Choice Scarf on this Typhlosion, so it outspeeds the Greninja. So down goes the Greninja, and that was a pretty quick first battle. So now we're going to go into the second battle, and as you see, the second battle is going to be a little bit longer. So for this battle, I wanted to try a Mega Pokemon that I've never tried before. So he's going to lead off with his Skarmory, as I lead off with my Steelix. And of course, this Steelix is this Mega that I was talking about. So now it's going to Mega Evolve, and Mega Steelix takes the field. So now the first thing I'm going to do, well, the first thing he's going to do is set up his Stealth Rocks. And I'm just going to set up my Stealth Rocks too, because that's what most Mega Steelixes do. So now we both have Stealth Rocks floating around both of our Pokemon. I'm just going to go for the Iron Tail, just to get a little bit of damage, and it barely does anything. Skarmory has high defense, and he also has a red card, which is really interesting, and it forces my Steelix to switch out into my Wash Rotom. And he's going to go for the Whirlwind to get some more Stealth Rock damage, and it's going to drag out my Goodra. So now all my Pokemon took at least a little bit of Stealth Rock damage. He's going to go for the Brave Bird to get as much damage on my Goodra as he can, and it's going to do a little bit of damage to him. And I'm just going to go for the Dragon Pulse, trying to get as much damage as I can. I don't have a Fire type move on this Goodra. I'm just going to switch out so my Goodra doesn't go down from this Brave Bird I'm pretty sure is coming. So I'm going to switch into my Rotom, and he's going to go for the Brave Bird, which I was pretty sure he's going to do, trying to get rid of my Goodra. And as you see, it barely does any damage. I think it did more damage to him than it did my own Rotom. So now Rotom gets some leftovers, and here I'm pretty sure a Volt Switch can take out the Skarmory. But he's going to switch out his Skarmory in order to save it, and he's going to send in his Emolga. And that's not good because his Emolga, as you'll soon see, has the motor drive. So electric moves is just going to raise its speed. So now I just get some leftovers. And I'm going to switch out my Rotom because I do not want to take anything from this Emolga. So I'm just going to send in my Steelix, expecting it probably to go for some electric move, since that would be neutral damage on my Rotom. But it shows the Encore. And it also has Hidden Power, so that's not going to do much to Steelix. And I don't know what type that was, what type Hidden Power. I'm going to miss the Toxic, which is unfortunate. There's not really much Steelix can do because the Steelix has Iron Tail, Earthquake, Toxic, and Stealth Rocks. So instead of just going for another Toxic, I'm just going to try to use Iron Tail and get rid of the Emolga. It's going to keep going for the Hidden Power, which I'm not sure what that Hidden Power was. So this Iron Tail is going to take out the Emolga, and down goes the Emolga. So now he's going to send out his Skarmory again, and it's going to take a little bit of damage. And his Skarmory is going to go for a Taunt. So Steelix is just going for the Iron Tail because I wouldn't go for Toxic against a Skarmory. So he's probably just saving his next Pokemon from the Toxic that Steelix showed. And his last Pokemon is this Talonflame, which takes half damage, half of his entire HP from the Stealth Rocks. So here I'm going to switch into my Rotom expecting a Brave Bird, but instead he goes for the Roost. Steelix could have took a Brave Bird really good. Honestly, I was probably expecting like a Fire type move there, but instead he goes for the Roost, and that's fine. He's going to go for the Brave Bird, he's hoping to take out my Rotom, but Rotom's the best thing to send in to take on a Talonflame, because there's not much Talonflames can do to a Rotom. I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt, and that's going to be enough to take out the Talonflame. So that was a pretty good match there. That one was a little bit longer than the first one. If you like these matches, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next narrated Pokemon battle.